everything we need to know and we want to know about linear graphs in under 3 minutes for the SAT and the ACT. Let's go. Okay, so the very first thing that we're going to talk about is what's called the slope-intercept form. Slope is given by m and y-intercept is the b. So y equals mx plus b. So if you substitute x as 0, then this whole thing becomes 0. Then if the y equals b is the y-intercept. What is the y-intercept? Well, let's see. So this point where your line is crossing the x-axis is called the x-intercept, and where it's crossing the y-axis is called the y-intercept. So here the value of x is 0. Okay, and that's also the value of y then is b. And so what is the slope then? Is rise upon run, rise upon run. So this is called the slope. Rise is given by the change in the y value, y2 minus y1, and the run is given in the change difference in the x value, x2 minus x1. So very important for us to remember, y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Okay, so that's the slope intercept form. You have the slope and you have the y-intercept. Next is a point slope form. Again, another very important thing to remember. So you're given a point x1 by 1 and you're given the slope m. So you just write the equation with this y minus y1 equals mx minus x1. So the given point is going to be substituted here, y1 and x1 and y1, and the slope that you have will be substituted here is m. The slope, as you know, is rise upon run. So you can go from in the point. So in points of is just basically a derivation from this slope y2 minus 1 divided by x2 minus x1. Just a little different way of writing it. So we are writing the formula using this one point x1 y1 and the slope. So it's called the point slope form. Next is graphing using intercepts. So we said what were the x-intercept is where the value of y is 0 and the graph is crossing the x-axis. Y-intercept is where the value of x is 0 and the graph is crossing the y-intercept. So you notice here that the x-intercept is x and the y value is 0, and the y-intercept is x value 0 and there's a value for y. So when you have those points, you can basically plot those points and draw a straight line through them, and that will be our graph using intercepts. Now let's talk a little bit about parallel lines. Parallel lines have slope m, and then they have identical slope m, same slope m. So one slope have a slope m and the other one has identical slope. Perpendicular lines, however, have a negative reciprocal. That means you are going to put a negative and reciprocate. It makes sense because the negative because it's going in a perpendicular direction, and then reciprocal means you make it, you invert, flip it. So m becomes 1 over m and it becomes negative. So that's negative reciprocal. Okay, that's a perpendicular line. It's extremely important thing for us to remember. All right, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. I'll talk to you next video. Have a nice day. Bye.